to Underdeveloped Characters Anonymous. My name is Dr. Trelfie, and I've been running this meeting for all of time. One thing you must remember is that this is a safe place in which you can say anything. We are all here to support each other now, as we've always been there to support each other and always will. In this moment, be here for support. That's the funny thing about time and one of our main teachings here. All time is all time. It does not change. It does not lend itself to warnings or explanations. It simply is. Now, if you'd like, we can go around the circle and introduce ourselves and what we'd like to get out of this meeting.
Well, I'm Edgar Linton, and I'm an underdeveloped character from Wuthering Heights.
Hi, Edgar. I'm Valencia Mermel, and I'm an underdeveloped character from Slaughterhouse 5.
Hi,
Valencia.
I am Susan Marie Hine, and I'm an underdeveloped character from Snow Falling on Cedars.
Hi, Susan Marie Hine.
My name is Greta, and I'm an underdeveloped character from Metamorphosis.
Hi, Greta.
Wait! Don't start without me. I'm Tony Carbo from In the Lake of the Woods, and everyone always leaves me behind. I'm forever alone to hide in the shadows of my peers, and I'm sorry that I'm fat and sweaty, but fat and sweaty guys have feelings too. I'm sick of being left alone with only my fat rules to keep me company. What I really want is for someone to love me and see past my 200 pounds of chub to my big fat heart. People have always claimed to love me, and then I think, how much? With my whole heart? Well, then we wonder about the wholeness of a fickle heart. Our lovers, our husbands, our wives, our fathers, our gods, they're all beyond us. I just wish you could read people and know exactly how they feel at all times.
I know how you feel, friend. I had a love once, but she was in love with someone else all along. She died that way, in love with another man. I'm sorry, I can't go on.
Well, at least your brother wasn't a giant bug. He was my best friend, and he just came back from a job. My brother was a traveling salesman, so I never really got to see him. Then one day I wake up and he's a giant bug. What sort of jerk just turns into a giant bug and leaves their sister alone with their insane parents? Seriously, my dad was a lazy couch potato who believed he was above working, and my mom, she was just crazy. I was so young. I shouldn't have had to care for them both. I miss that house. I miss my brother. I cannot make you understand. I cannot make anyone understand what is happening inside me. I can't even explain it to myself. All I know is that I missed out on the prime of my life, and I want it back. I want to feel loved and accepted, and I want things to go back to normal.
My husband never loved me. I was gonna lose weight for him. I was gonna be beautiful. And he just said that he liked me the way that I am, but I didn't believe him. I couldn't believe him. He didn't seem to mean anything by it. I wanted so badly for him to love me and accept me. Then I heard somewhere, they do not love one another because they do not love themselves. And it's true. I do not love myself, so how can I love him with my whole heart?
husband is dead. He left me alone with all of our children. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I need him more than I did before. I always took him for granted. He was always out fishing, doing God knows what, while I was just left back here to fend for myself. Being a single parent. Don't get me wrong, I loved him. I just wish... I wish that he cared for me more and showed me. Maybe it would have been better alone. I don't know what it was about him that made me love him and want to be with him. There are things in this universe that we cannot control. And then there are things that we can. Let fate, coincidence, and accident conspire. Human beings must act on reason.
Well, it sounds like you are all full of resentment and angst. Just remember, though, that you may all be asking, why me? That is a very earthling question to ask. Why you? Why us, for that matter? Why anything? Because this moment simply is. Have you ever seen bugs trapped in amber? Yes? Well, here we are, trapped in the amber of this moment. There is no why. There are things you cannot control, and it seems as if all of us are unlucky in love. Is it our choices or our fate that defines us? Why are we the way that we are? Is there a higher power defining our fate, or do our choices solidify our future?
Our choices define us. We do what we can with what we have. I had Carl, so I married him. It was on our wedding day that I sealed my future. I chose to be a fisherman's wife. That is my life. It was my decision alone. None of those other things make a difference. Love is the strongest thing in the world, you know. Nothing can touch it. Nothing comes close. If we love each other, we're safe from it all. Love is the biggest thing there is. I don't believe in a higher power than love, because if there was a higher power, my husband would not be dead. My children would not be without a father. I would not be alone.
I have dreamt in my life, dreams that have stayed with me after, and changed my ideas. They have gone through and through me, like wine through water, and altered the color of my mind. And this is one. I'm going to tell it, but take care not to smile at any part of it. I used to believe in free will. I used to believe that I had control, that I could stop things from happening. That is what happened with my daughter. For so long I tried to keep her from Wuthering Heights, to keep her from that Heathcliff. I tried so hard. I forbade her from wandering, from going anywhere near that place. But no matter what I did, she still wondered, and wandered. She left me despite my attempts. So now I believe in fate. It is my fate to be alone, and to die that way. My love left me, my sister betrayed me, and my daughter did the same. I am unfit to love, and to be loved. That is my fate, my destiny. It is out of my hands. I am now quite cured of seeking pleasure in my society, be it country or town. A sensible man ought to find sufficient company in himself.
Do we choose sleep? Hell no, in bull, we fall. We give ourselves over to the possibility, to whim and fantasy, to the bed, to the pillow, to the tiny white tablet, and they choose for us. Free will is nothing but a big load of lies. We live our lives set out for us in an unchanging pattern, just like sleep. Every night we are forced to follow an 8-hour pattern without fail. Why should our lives be any different?
I didn't choose to live the way I did. I didn't choose to give up violin and care for my parents and feed my bug brother and clean up and be an adult when I was only 14. I didn't choose any of it. My life is a series of cruel twists and fate, and there is nothing I can do. We are all a tool of the boss, without brains or backbone. The boss is our life. And we're not the conductors. We're the pawns, the playthings of the universe. We have no choices. We don't matter. We're destined to be the way we are. That is the way of life. It always has been, and it always will be.
It's not always a boss that rules us. We are ruled by whatever possesses our mind and our soul. My husband was taken from me by the delusions caused by his time at war and by a mental illness that I could not help. He loved me, but he couldn't be saved from himself. He was fated to drift away from me from the beginning, and there was nothing I could do to change it. He would have saved himself if he could, but among the things that Billy Pilgrim could not change were the past, the present, and the future.
I understand that many of you may have lost your loved ones, but a Tralfamadorian would not mourn their death. We understand that life goes on forever. When a Tralfamadorian sees a corpse, all he thinks is that the dead person is in a bad condition in a particular moment, but that the same person is just fine in plenty of other moments. Now, when I myself hear that somebody is dead, I simply shrug and say what the Tralfamadorians say about dead people, which is, so it goes. Now, to conclude our session and forget our past in order to move on to the future, we shall end with a little thing I like to call the Wuthering Shake.
Thanks.